Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world of magic and miracles, to the industry of magic and miracles, and to hypersonic magic. It's a pleasure to be here today. Everything is in order, and we're moving forward very quickly. I think about how we're orchestrating everything from behind the scenes. It's difficult to recognize and acknowledge that because we're operating in this human capacity, this human life, with all the demands of things we have to do. But you'll begin to notice the things that are happening around you, people near you, and in the universe as a whole, and particularly this planet, that it has to do with your influence, your orchestration. So you're changing everything you see. And we're so multifaceted, multidimensional, multi-talented, that unless we hone in on it, we don't know how we're affecting everything and how we're bringing the new world into this dimension. Just mentioning it to you brings it into your awareness, so the things that might be happening on the other side of the world are happening because of your impact on humanity and on a plan that's been orchestrated for many, many thousands of years. We just enjoy our life, but as we keep moving further, we'll start to see how we're directing the flow. There are many beings who've come to this planet who are completely aware that that's what they're doing. And it's only so that each person can find out within themselves that they are doing the same thing, certainly capable of doing the same thing. But like I said, because we're taken off into many directions, especially in this physical human form, that we lose track of how we're influencing people's happiness, people's joy, the world stepping into magic and miracles, starting to build and be a part of the industry of magic and miracles, and how they'll each begin to use hypersonic magic. So we're directing the flow, we're directing the awareness, and it's not because we're special. Everyone is capable of doing that. It's just where your focus is. And you'll start to pull away from that single focus on yourself and how you can get through a day or a moment or a week, and you'll get pulled back into the broader picture of how you can help deliver for humanity, move and shift it bring it to a place where it's recognizes the magnificence of itself and sit back and enjoy it, saying to yourself, yeah, I did that. Not having to say it to anyone else because it's just a confirmation for your own magic and your own power. Yet at the same time, it brings you great joy because the world is changing because of you. And it can be difficult in the presence of others whose energy is very strong in a certain direction. And you just sit back and realize you're changing something in their direction, possibly without saying a word. And there's a smile inside of you once you step past the point of looking at yourself and how you're being affected. But that takes a knowing of who you are and how powerful you are. And that's what's coming. So this writing that I wrote is reflecting that. It's called Mr. Magoo. The hardest thing to know about yourself is how magnificent you are, the influence you have, the power that you possess, and the gifts and abilities that are at your fingertips seem almost impossible to fathom. This realization of the power that we have to change the world and everything in it is the next step in our journey to knowing who we truly are. It's like there is a blindfold placed over our ability to see the spiritual aspect of ourselves, which contains many other aspects that are a part of the one. The blindfold literally blinds us from the awareness of our infinite and unlimited magic. There is an energetic grid that has been placed around our field that blocks the frequencies that allows us to see, feel, and know ourselves as that eternal, infinite, spiritual being of unlimited magic, power, and abilities. There are moments in time when the grid is weakened and we get a glimpse of ourselves as the true masters that we are. Outside of those moments, we quickly forget that truth and settle back into doubt and disbelief that there could exist within us so much magnificence. It is in our disbelief and our doubt that we truly lose sight of how we are impacting the world. This is changing, for the great knowing is now upon us, and we will see more clearly the immensity of our power. You will grow in confidence, and the increased clarity will bring great awareness to how you have affected everything along your path, both positively and negatively, all allowed for the bringing forth of a grand design for all humankind. For truly, that's how powerful we are. There was a cartoon show back in the 70s called The Mr. Magoo Show. This sweet old man could no longer see very well, but he didn't know it. And he would go around his house and do things like pick up his dog and dust off the coffee table with it because he thought his dog was a rag. He also would get in his old jalopy and drive down to the store, smiling and singing or talking to a rag that he thought was his dog. The camera would then pan back over the route he had just driven, and there was carnage. Accidents all over the place, cars on fire, people arguing with each other, fire hydrants toppled over, and water shooting out everywhere. And Mr. Magoo never had a clue. This is the one side of not knowing what power we wield. We also heal people, heal ourselves, change the weather, and change the lives of others just by thinking of them. We walk into a room and there's instant peace or joy or harmony delivered at a cellular level for all whom enter our field. The power is immense, but we don't truly know how immense. So we do not maintain the necessary level of awareness, which brings the appropriate level of care. As it is said, with great power comes great responsibility. And even though the camera is always running and panning behind us to see what was left behind as we move through others' lives, we, like Mr. Magoo, are many times blind and clueless to the effect of our energy as we drive through life. We can be all alone, just sitting in our chair, not having the full awareness that we are leaving a trail of beauty or a trail of carnage with every word or every thought that we have. It's all related to that energetic grid that has surrounded us and kept us from realizing who we are and how much power we have. I used to wonder how one person would want it to rain and the person right next to them wouldn't want it to rain. This could be completely nonverbal, just thoughts, or it could be an actual conversation between the two. Now multiply that moment times 8 billion people, and you wonder how it all works. I realize that each person gets the result they want, as it only shows up in their world. In other words, it'll be raining for you and not raining for the other person in exactly the same place and exactly the same time, but on a different timeline in a different dimension. It's quite a mystery. But no one's sovereignty and power can be nullified unless it is being used to hurt another. So everyone gets what they want at the level that they truly are asking for it in their world. So as we go forward, we will become more aware of our power, and we will be aware of its effect on everyone and everything. And we will become intensely determined in making sure that we take responsibility for that power. We will lose that Mr. Magoo complex as our eyes are open to what we are delivering every second of every day. And when the camera pans to the road that you have just passed through, there will only be upliftment and the enhancement of anyone's life whose field you have entered. And that's when you will see the trees and all life bow down before you as you pass, for you will only leave the feeling of the magnificence upon everything that you have encountered. And now, with the use of hypersonic magic, I remove the energetic grid that surrounds each one so that they can know without a doubt who they are, what they are capable of, and all that they are doing for the elevation of humanity. That feeling and awareness that you have only felt occasionally is now available to you at all times. And you will know that it is you. It is you. It has always been you. The power has always been in you. All the great masters have pointed to this truth, and now you will begin to live it. And through the world of magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles, you will see the you that you have always known was there. And with all your power, gifts, and abilities, you will change the world. By bringing in the future that you have created, you will change the course of life as we know it, and you will lead the way to a world that has never existed before. Feel the lightness and feel the clarity. Now we run along and play, for we are starting off a brand new day. Lightning and thunder. I am still trying to come to grips with this feeling that is within me, which is allowing me to see it in everyone. Could I have walked in? Could I have walked out? Everything seems new. But most importantly, the way things will be resolved moving forward will be completely brand new. For we have stepped outside of the governing body of the physical plane. We have stepped outside of the rules of engagement, logic, cause and effect, and the reasoning that is used to bring a resolution or solve a problem of imbalance, lack, injustice, or disharmony is being blown away in the storm of magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles. The industry is blowing in like a great tempest, clearing all the old systems that governed and controlled this planet. But we could not know or feel any of this unless there was a change within us. This change is pushing us into a feeling that can't be contained and taking us to the place where we can no longer respond to that other world that is not magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles. We are becoming, each one of us, a pillar of the kingdom of magic and miracles, each in our own way, able to stand against that other world, not by fighting against it or reacting to it, but by being so high above it that we cannot be moved. An unwavering pillar that the old system has no power over. This old system will try and attack each pillar to try and cause it to crumble, but we will not. And the old system will have to retreat in the face of the power of each pillar and all the beings of humanity who have come to rest underneath its massive structure. Those beings will begin to stand with the reality of the existence of the world of magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles, so that the strength of that kingdom grows and becomes an unstoppable force for the betterment of all mankind. These words that I speak to you are coming from the future. And even if things do not appear to be headed in this direction that I am speaking about, do not worry, for in the days and weeks and months to come, you will begin to see what I am seeing and know what I am knowing. For I am only telling you what is being shown to me, because it is time. Tune into my vibration, and you will be shown that what I am delivering is true and real. There is a feeling of infinite possibilities, and nothing seems impossible. And with the use of hypersonic magic, I can feel every part of my body healing and returning to its perfection. And I can feel that delivery to each and every person on the planet. I am floating, I am flying, I am everywhere, and I am truly outside the system, even as I, through hypersonic magic, continue to influence and change the system through my movement within the grid and its ley lines. There is a powerful amount of electricity that will begin to wield, we will begin to wield through the use of hypersonic magic. See yourself with a bolt of lightning coming from your hand as you float over the powerful ley lines that intersect to create unimaginable power. These ley lines and intersecting points are not static, but are dynamic and move with you as you move. Imagine yourself delivering this bolt of lightning to any and all who are in need of its restorative power to reset, awaken, and return each person forward to their original blueprint. The energy that is going to be delivered from the use of hypersonic magic is going to transform humanity and the world. The power that resides within its vibration is immense and beyond comparison. This energy has been here many times before with many different names, but in this cycle of life, it will be known by the name hypersonic magic. Hyper, agile, energetic, enthusiastic, active, alive, and ready. A flash of power and light. Randomly delivered without pre-knowledge, with unrestrained enthusiasm and with a clear intention to lift and bring alive its receiver. Sonic, related to audible sound or the speed of sound waves. If something goes faster than the speed of sound, it creates a sonic boom, a shock wave that sounds like an explosion. Lightning and thunder, a flash and then a boom. That is what we're going to be delivering. And the result is magic, the power of influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. This all exists within us. Scientists say at rest, we produce on average around 100 watts of power within our body, and it can go up to about 200 watts if we are moving fast. But the scientists cannot take into consideration our magic and our connection with those massive energy points that we have access to. At that point of contact, the electricity that we can generate within our field is beyond logical methods of measurement. And through hypersonic magic, we are able to harness that power within our being for the elevation of humanity. So fly into the grid and connect to those intersecting points on the ley lines and tap into what is called hypersonic magic, which is now available for you to use. With hypersonic magic, you'll be able to open portals as well as create new portals for the movement of energy between multiple dimensions. And as I speak about the power that is transmitted through the use of this word, hypersonic magic, the electricity around your body begins to increase, and you feel the hairs on your arm and the back of your neck stand up as you become immersed in this field of power every time the word hypersonic magic is spoken. Cheers to us all. This is where we are now being taken. That power that was here before is here again, and the magnitude of its arrival signals the great change on the planet that we have all been waiting for. So all together, we raise our glass, and with a lightning bolt in the other hand, and on the count of 3, we say those 2 powerful words together. 1, 2, 3. Hypersonic magic. Boom. Hold on to your hats, for now we are truly generating lightning and thunder. It's all here, available for each one of us. Just choose to use it. Be aware of your influence and your power, and go and change the world. Thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure. I am David.